Good evening, Royals fans. Hi, my name is Jeremy Greco, one half of the Royals Rundown podcast, and welcome to the Royals Recap. Jacob usually does this, of course, but he's having technical difficulties, so he's not able to do it tonight, so I offered to step in and pinch hit. I'm hoping it'll be more like a Ryan McBroom pinch hit situation, but let's be honest, it's probably going to be more like Garrett Hampson. Anyway, let's get going. So the Royals win again tonight, their second 4-game winning streak since the All-Star break in a total of 14 games. Just absolutely phenomenal. I know that these 4-game winning streaks have mostly been against awful teams. In 3 of the games in both of those winning streaks were against the White Sox, for example. But you can't beat wins. The Royals officially take the second wild card spot as the Twins did not play today, so they're half game up on those Twins now, and it does look like the Guardians are going to win, so they're not going to gain any ground on them, but the Red Sox also didn't play today, so that's a half game up on them, 2.5 clear of the Red Sox now. Just a terrific all-around game from the Royals tonight. Hard to complain about anything that happened out there. 7 Royals collected hits tonight. Only Garrett Hampson, who started in left field inexplicably, and Kyle Isbell went hitless, though Kyle Isbell did score a run after reaching base via hit by pitch. So Garrett Hampson was the only one who didn't ever reach base. Bobby Witt went 0 for 2 in his first 2 at-bats. He did take a walk, but he got 2 hits in his final 2 at-bats, picked up 2 runs to bring his baseball leading total to 93. He did hit a home run. He had 2 RBIs. My goodness, he just won't stop. His OPS for the season now is over 1,000. It is a 1,002 OPS for Bobby Witt Jr. on the season. Those are MVP numbers. Unbelievable. Vinny Pasquantino, visiting the home of his very first ever home run, hit his first multi-homer game tonight with 2 dingers. He got one in the first inning after Maikel Garcia got a single, stole second, stole third. Bobby Witt walked, and then Pasquantino planted the first pitch he saw in the right field bleachers. It was a no-doubter. The second one was also a no-doubter. Just an unbelievable game from Vinny. Also, Freddie Fermin with 2 hits tonight after his 4-hit performance yesterday. We got to keep seeing him in the DH role, I think. He's got a 799 OPS for the year now. Just unreal. They were talking on the broadcast about how the Royals don't view Freddie Fermin as a backup catcher. He's just one of their 2 catchers, which I think is the correct way to look at it. Salvador Perez has an 801 OPS. Freddie Fermin has a 799 OPS. They're about equal in terms of offensive production. So just keep riding that hot hand. Keep that lineup going. Massey picked up a hit tonight. I think he was also hit by pitch. And then, so, you got your lineup is currently, if Maikel Garcia's hitting, if Vinny's hitting, if Massey's hitting, Renfroe continues hitting. He's got a 7-game hitting streak after collecting a single tonight. I think Fermin's got a 9-game hitting streak now. Lots of hitting streaks going. But, the lineup goes 7 deep. That's going to win a lot of games for you, especially when the surgeon is on the mound. I like the rallying cry, you go, I go, we all go for Lugo. But the surgeon is also a terrific nickname, and the players came up with that one. Only 3 strikeouts tonight, but also only 1 walk, only 4 hits in 8 innings pitched. Just fantastic work from him. And then Will Smith came in and cleaned up. He did walk a batter, but he also struck out 2 in the 9th inning, though he was pitching, of course, with that 7-1 lead. Just a phenomenal game. What do you want me to say right now? The Royals are absolutely crushing the bad teams. Now, the mediocre teams, the good teams, we still got to see them beat them. Absolutely. But it starts with crushing the bad teams. That's what they're doing right now. Absolutely just demolishing them. Just Vinny, let me give you Vinny's numbers since the All-Star break, by the way, because these are just crazy. This does not include tonight because Fangraphs hasn't updated yet, and I pretty much only use Fangraphs. I guess I could check out MLB.com and see if I can figure out how to do this, but I'm just going to give you the Fangraphs numbers. Before tonight, 375 batting average, 392 OBP, 479 slugging. good for a 141 WRC plus since the All-Star break. He has been on fire. He's hit 2 doubles and 3 home runs after the 2 tonight. And of course, that 141 WRC plus is going to go higher because he had the 2 home runs tonight. That was just fantastic. Hunter Renfroe, since the All-Star break. By the way, Hunter Renfroe, 102 WRC plus on the season now. He is now slightly above average after that awful start. He's just been that good since then. And since the All-Star break, even better. 306, 435, 611. That is an OPS over 1,000 since the All-Star break. He has walked more than he has struck out since the All-Star break. And he's got a 185 WRC plus, though that did go down just a teensy bit tonight, as he only had the 1 single. Just unreal hitting from some of the Royals that were getting crushed a little bit by some people. Hunter Renfroe certainly deserves an apology. At this point, he's going to opt out, and we're going to miss him. That's the situation we're in right now with Hunter Renfroe, which I could never have imagined until a couple of weeks ago at the earliest. Just absolutely crazy, absolutely awesome. The Royals are in August. It is officially August baseball, first game of August, and officially still in a playoff spot. Officially 2 teams clear of a playoff spot, again, with Minnesota taking the night off and the Royals taking that half-game lead over them. It's really hard to complain about any of this, and I'm going to try. I can't guarantee anything because I've literally never done this before. I'm going to try and get you those post-game interviews with Vinny and with manager Matt Quatrero that Jacob always gets us, and hopefully you will enjoy listening to what they had to say. Joel had a great interview question for Vinny about hitting his first home run in Detroit, and then having his first multi-homer game in Detroit. For all that it's not a great home run park, I also remember it for Kendrys Morales hitting 3 home runs in Detroit while he was with Kansas City. I believe that was in 2015. So if you hit a home run, you're just going to hit more. By the way, Bobby Witt Jr.'s home run was a line drive. If he hadn't hit that as hard as he did, I think they said it was a 115 off the bat, miles per hour. Unreal. If he had not hit it as hard as he had, it would not have been a home run. It barely cleared the fence, and it was a laser beam. But yeah, so I will try to get you those interviews. If I manage to get them, you're going to hear them right after this ad. And if I don't get them, then there is no ad and there are no interviews. And I'm sorry, you can check them out, on the Royals website. And, until next time, go Royals!
Yeah, 7 RBI in the last 2 games. That'll certainly play. It was going to be Vinny, by the way, all the time. I just wanted to get a cheap joke in at HUD's expense. Vinny, first career multiple home run game. But I got to talk to you about Seth Lugo first. Another cool 8 innings. I guess you guys are pretty used to this. What did you see?
Yeah, I couldn't go 9 tonight, huh? Just made it 8. He's incredible. He's a surgeon for a reason. So the other day,
that was a little decoy from Bobby.
They told me the other day we don't do it on the road anymore.
That stopped in Chicago.
Oh, okay, so they lied to me. But yeah, I mean, they call him the surgeon for a reason. He's unbelievable. So I say it every night when we talk. Just every one of these starters, it's ridiculous. Yeah, he's just great. Another great night.
Tell me about that first pitch homer in the first inning on that slider. I know your team, at least the guys before you, saw a lot of pitches, but that guy really settled in really well. What were you able to do there? Guy at third base, nobody out. I'm just trying to get the ball in the air and send it to the outfield. Luckily, we weren't at Kauffman for that one, I'm pretty sure. So would have been a sac fly in Kauffman, but I'll take the homers anytime I can get them. So, yeah, I just trying to get the run home. That's it. Not overthink it. Just if I see something I like, I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot right now. When I swing, I'm making contact right now and feel like I'm maneuvering the barrel well. So I felt like, I could go get them early, and it worked out. I know you're not a guy that's trying for homers. They happen. It's a product. It's part of the process. But this is the place you hit your first career home run at, albeit a little bit different when you get all of it like you did both tonight, right?
Yeah, I got to run around the bases and a jog the whole time instead of get tagged out at second base. But, yeah, it's kind of special thinking about it. I think the last time you and I talked here was after my first hit. So, it's always cool to have memories like that. But, yeah, just another good night. We're ready to get back after it tomorrow.
Our guys up there were joking that Bobby broke his August slump with the home run, but not just Bobby, everybody top to bottom right now. Looks like you guys are in a great rhythm. What are you seeing?
Yeah, I think we feel good. We're post-deadline now, so there's no more, mystery in the air of what's going to happen, and I think that's exciting to us as now we can move forward. And we're excited about it. We got a big one tomorrow night. Two of the best pitchers in the league, especially the American League, going after it. So, it should be a really good game. We're excited for the challenge of facing Skubal. I'm sure they're excited to face Cole as well. It's always good competing with the best. So, we're just ready to get after it tomorrow.
Great job tonight. We'll see you back, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, Vinny Pasquantino, the 2-home run game, and more of that road applause we've been seeing lately.
Phenomenal. A lot of soft contact, a lot of pitch efficiency. Looked like he had everything working. You got soft contact on changeups, some swing and miss on the breaking ball, had the two-seamer going. So all in all, he was in command the whole night.
How big was it to see him bounce back from his last start to come back and give you those 8 innings that you desired?
Well, he didn't have a tough start last time. He got into trouble in the 7th. I mean, we had every chance to win that game last time, and if I hadn't taken him out, maybe he gets the guy out. I don't know, but we certainly weren't looking at this as a bounce back.
How do you weigh sending him out for the 8th against his innings pitched this time of year, blah, blah, blah?
We listen to him a lot. We trust him. He's a veteran. He knows how he feels. The efficiency is a big part of it, too. And then scoring the extra runs there certainly helped to give him a little cushion. If it had been 3-1, maybe 4-1, whatever it was there, maybe we're going hitter to hitter. But he gets a little more leeway, and a lot of times he has a lot in the tank that he uses only when he needs it.
Offensively, what did you think of Vinny Pasquantino's night in those 2 home runs and then Bobby coming through with a homer? So,
yeah, Vinny's a run producer, and he's had some good games for us, especially lately. Following up at the homer yesterday, 2 today is really nice to see from him. Anytime we get production, regardless of who it's from or where in the order, it's a plus. And so, Bobby was in his mini slump, 0 for 2 before he hit the homer and the double. So, incredible. That home run was really incredible. I did not think that was a home run. We're down pretty low, so it's hard to tell. But for that ball to go out at that trajectory was pretty remarkable.
And for Maikel Garcia to start off that first inning there, he gets on base, gets the 2 steals. Is that kind of what you want to see out of him being in that leadoff spot?
Yeah, absolutely. Regardless of where he hits, that's his game. So he needs to move the ball around the field, keep it out of the air, steal. I mean, he's a great base stealer, tremendous base stealer. So we have an ultimate trust in him there.
As much as baseball is a physical game, I mean, mentally to have somebody like Garcia dancing out first and you have Witt at the plate, what is it like to have those kind of weapons playing against each other and messing with the pitcher's head? Who do you focus on at that point?
Yeah, well, you want a pitcher to focus on the hitter as much as possible, but Maikel is a disruptive force on the bases, as is Bobby, Izzy, those guys as well. So it's really nice for us to have those weapons.
I thought it was pretty good. I think in the first inning I was trying a little too hard to hit the corners, ended up walking the guy in the first, but, settled down after that and stayed in the zone. So that was the game plan, just attack hitters.
How did you change kind of your approach from your last start coming into this one, to limit the damage, limit the runs?
I wouldn't say there was much change. I was a little more stubborn with my 2-strike pitches, make sure they get to a quality spot, not just, over the plate. But, just stayed locked in and, as the game went on, just really tried to attack the hitters more.
Being where you're at innings-wise this season, how important was it for you to continue to show that you're strong, consistent late innings, go back out for the 8th and do what you did tonight?
That's very important. I mean, that's my goal for the year is innings, and I'm in a pretty good spot, and I keep on the ball. I'm in a great spot physically, so to be able to show that when I take the ball, that's important.
How much of a combo was there in the dugout between 7 and 8? I mean, was it just, hey, are you feeling okay? You're going back out, or did you have to sit?
No, it was simple as that. I actually, after the 8th, I kind of chirped on cue a little bit. Hey, I get that 9th for you. So, I wanted it, but, smart play there.
What do you think of the offense tonight, giving you a 3-run lead to begin the game and then just going off from there?
Yeah, that's amazing. When those guys, they jump out early like that, especially on the road, it gives me all the confidence to attack the zone. And, to add on in the middle innings, late innings, that was huge, and that gives pitchers all the confidence in the world.
How important was it to also save the bullpen a little bit as well tonight?
Yeah, that's always my goal. As an ex-reliever, I know what it's like, especially this part of the year, to have some days off. That's huge.
As a pitcher, can you explain a guy like Montero? He's young, he's a rookie, he's learning his way. Can you explain what goes through your head when you got a guy like Garcia dancing off first? You have Witt at the plate. You're supposed to focus on him, but you see this going on now. He's at third. He stole a base. What? Are you rattled at that point? You think? I mean, that's a big weapon for you guys.
It's definitely frustrating. I can think back to those guys doing that against me, and you're paying some attention to them, but you also got to make pitches. So it's definitely a mental game in that aspect, but you got to stay locked in situations like that.